What's up, everyone? It's been a minute. Took a little time for holidays and stuff, but we're back to rolling out deployments. We're gonna go through a few today. Probably post these sporadically as I get a bunch of stuff done. But one of the products that I absolutely love that we use is this one here. This is LucidLink. If you don't know, it's a cloud file system. One of the many beauties of this product is you can mount it however you want. So those of you dealing with storage and reference links and stuff like that, you can mount this to look just like your file server. Literally the name, make it a network location, all that stuff, and then as you move things to it, none of your links break. This has been a product we've been on for a few years, and I would highly recommend this to anybody. Think about it. Think about something like Ignite. Similar kind of cloud file system. This does a lot of different things. The linking of how it mounts, I think, is one of its biggest things that can really elevate some of the stuff you do and help it link to a lot of the processes you already use. So we're going to talk about rolling this out. So their new version 3, came out a little while ago. It's kind of up to feature parity with the classic version, so we made a switch last month. So now use some of the newer tools, but we like to roll this out. It is an MSI download. You'll see that. You can roll it out as an MSI. One of the things I always mention with the MSI installs is it installs differently than like a Win32 app. Win32 app will install the second it hits if you want it to with your PowerShell script. MSIs sit there and wait until like a restart or things like that. So depending on your workflow, if you want people to be forced to upgrade and it happened quickly, you can do it with PowerShell script like I do. If you want to do an MSI and just let it gradually roll out as people restart, reboot, and get the download and stuff, you can do it as an MSI. Big thing here is because we do it as a PowerShell, we always let folks know when it comes out. Otherwise, if they're leaving files open, they could get kicked out of the files. They could potentially lose some work, so we don't want that. But we do want to make sure it happens. So PowerShell script on this is pretty straightforward. You can kind of see what we do. Some of this is carryover. We still have the version 2 sitting around, so you can see this first line kind of closes out version 2 in case it's randomly open. And then the second one is to kill the current version 3. Oh, excuse me. They do have different install folders, different pathing now. So you can see here that in our PowerShell script, we basically make sure it's closed, make sure both versions are closed. And then we put in the PowerShell to kind of run this MSI. You see it runs quiet, no restart. LucidLink generally would like you to restart because it does interact with Explorer. We usually recommend that users restart. This just helps us limit some of the issues people could have because they already have it kind of tied in. It's not as big of a restart, but it's still recommended. So we kind of control that. We give it like a 90-second wait and then launch it just to make sure everything kind of finalizes after. So there's that there. That's pretty much all it is. So you're calling an MSI, you're getting it really quick, and kind of packaging it up. You can see this is really small. It's like 230 megs. But the keys here that we're going to target are in the registry. So we're going to go and we're going to look at our usual uninstall keys. We're going to go and find LucidLink. It's going to find probably my old one first. Oh, am I in the wrong one? Hold on. Let's go to software, Microsoft, Windows, current version, uninstall. So we're going to look for it here. So you can kind of see this is the old version. So it gives you your uninstall keys. This is what we use. We'll we'll go F3 to find the next one. So this is the latest version. You can see it's installed on my machine. Basically just ran the PowerShell script a few minutes ago. Closes out the app, runs the install, and then relaunches the app so users can reconnect. You can see here kind of the versioning. This is usually my target when we run an update. Just because that's the one thing that the key itself changes, but this definitely is tied to the version. So if we just did LucidLink, potentially it could find something. Although as long as you're targeting the key, it should be okay. We just do this for cleanness sake. So that's usually my target for detection. This doesn't really show up until the end of the install, so the fact that it's here, you usually know it's a good install. And then in your Intune, you can use this as like your uninstall screen or uninstall command. So we'll go see what that looks like. And I literally just made this package this morning, not too long ago. You can see the timestamps, but we'll go look at kind of what our output looks like. You can see here we have 231 megs roughly of that. So we are going to bring up Intune in just a sec. Alright, so you can see this is something I've kind of rolled out already. It's running through machines now with the install pending. It's starting to queue up for that. So it'll start to hit our machines and run as they kind of come online. Just because I put it out this morning, but you can see we already had it on a number of machines. But this is a pretty easy way to kind of deploy it out. See, we're waiting for the release notes to be published. We'll get those and copy them in, but just to show the commands here, you can see you're taking your PowerShell script, and this is again whatever you want to name it. We will put in, or I have put in the command line. So that's just the uninstaller type. You can, if you have a PowerShell script, you can change it to PowerShell script, and that can be in here. But the command, this comes straight from the registry, so you can see that here, the uninstall string. You just copy and paste. Pretty straightforward there. And then our detection rule, like I said, is just the registry key itself. So just this line right here, and we're targeting this. So you'll see display version is the value. We do a comparison and just look for it to equals. That's kind of it. Once you do that, you're off and rolling with the deployment of LucidLink, and you're good to go. Your machines will update as they kind of check in, and that's all there is. Thanks all.